tell us about Steven Crowder?
Oof. Um, oh, he's a huge YouTube conservative. Steven Crowder, I think the
Big
thing,
audience. This guy's in a massive audience.
huge audience. So yeah, Crowder made a brand off ambushing random civilians to debate them on
Hmm.
issues that he had memorized talking points on. I think the thing that makes Crowder most impressive is that of all the conservative commentators, he is the one who will do the least to mask outright bigotry with intellectualism. If you
Yeah.
watch the rest of them, they'll say like heinous right-wing shit, but then they'll be like, oh, well, actually, this is an adherence to this principle. Or like Ben Shapiro will be like, and this is why scientifically it's irrational to do this or that. Or, but like Steven Crowder will just like call trans women brutish and ugly, or just make jokes about black people being stupid.
I
Or
was
just
gonna say,
Hennessy
I
Tree,
recently
yeah.
saw a video. I saw the video. He did the one where he wore the Spartan cloak and talked about how gay people are basically pedophiles.
Yep.
There's the one where he talks about these subsidies that are going to black farmers, and rather than talk about the history of it or the issue itself, he just basically does this like
Lol, black
blackface
farm.
impression for
No,
like,
he did a
oh my god,
he did a minstrel show. The only thing that was missing
yeah,
was
that's basically
shoe shine on his face. Yeah, he did like yeah, like I mean, I'm not going to do the voice because I don't want to get
yeah,
clipped,
yeah.
but yeah,
It was
but he
repulsive.
did the whole thing. Like yeah, and there was no joke apart from black people are stupid drug addicts. That's it. That was the only. There was no other.
Yeah.
There wasn't even a context to the policy or the article that he was reading that would have justified it. It was just he saw black people being mentioned, so he had to make it clear he thinks they're dumb. It's not just that. I can't find this clip on the internet anymore. I feel like it got buried or something. But back when people were talking about Trump's like concentration camps at the border, he had one of his more brown like co-hosts in a little cage, you know, with like a little lollipop and a little beanie hat, you know, like he's a kid. He's like, I am cold. I want my burrito or something. Like literal like kids in cages, but like so the thing that I admire about Crowder is that he's
Comedy.
right. It's very pure in his bigotry. He doesn't try to obfuscate it. When you watch Crowder, the punchline of the joke is that if you're not a white, straight, cishet like guy, like you're subhuman, and that's the whole thing. And if you just
Mhm.
keep that in mind, that explains everything that he does. He has mastered performative cruelty, which is why it's so funny seeing him cry and run off when Sam Cedar gets up there. Who, by the way, in that interaction, as far as I can tell, it seems like, and there are people talking about this, it seems like he and his co-host were trying to make like anti-Semitic jokes about Sam
I
Cedar.
saw that about his eyes, about like his like, let me see your velveteen rabbit eyes or something like
Yeah,
that. It's like, what the
which is a
fuck? Like,
extremely weird claim. Because I'm pretty good at on off the cuff insults. I have never in my life thought of beady, soulless eye because they called him soulless too. Beady-eyed,
right, right.
soulless. I have never in my life thought like that's an insult I would apply to a person. I've never looked at Sam Cedar's face and thought these are things that I look at when I see him. That he looks soulless and
Yeah,
beady-eyed. But they like committed to that joke, and given that Crowder has
yeah.
made a name making fun of every other minority group, including Jews, by the way, if you go back far enough in his program, it wouldn't be surprising to me that that he would just default to anti-Semitism while arguing with the Jewish guy. So, you know.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. And Sam actually put a pretty funny response up where he's like, "This is where your world ends," and like lasers shoot out of his eyes, dude. It's freaking hilarious. You'll have to see that.
Oh,
Right
one
wing
last thing, by the way.
personalities.
I
Oh, sorry. Go ahead,
Oh, I
please.
totally forgot to say. Also, Owen Benjamin used to guest host the show, and Owen Benjamin is a literal Nazi who praised Hitler and Mein Kampf. And he's also had positive interactions with Stefan Molyneux, also a Nazi. Gavin McGinnis, at the very least, in the ballpark, the periphery.
Right.
So it's not just him; it's that he's like in this broader circle of people who who are at the very least suspect in their opinions on minority groups. So yeah, like I said,
Yeah.
he's very pure in his condemnation of minorities.